can't see the game. 31-21 Cleveland. Thomas peeks at the clock, drives in. Niang tries to pick him up, switch out front with Jones. Thomas sizing him up. The handles, the moves.
Against Cam Thomas. Thomas rebounds as Luka misses inside. Drive around lively by Thomas. 4 for 8 on his threes in the opener the other night. Williams, for his career, is a 38%. But Luka has done Luka things to put the Mavericks back on top.
Yes, he has.
Here's a step back long two.
Ups going left or right.
In my eyes, the only thing to make that prettier is if you use the window. Cam Thomas. Nets haven't won so far this year. They're 0-2. Lost nail biters in their first 2 games. Thomas isn't going to give it up.
There's Thomas. 15 points.
Yeah.
7 of 9 from the floor.
Well, and that's a tough part for a Nets team that wants to run when you're taking the ball out of the net. Doesn't allow you to get it and go quite as quickly. Have someone to box out.
He is the one man who does this. Contest shots from 15 feet away. Thomas hooks it in.
You want to get wins? Without a doubt, but this was an important test early on for this Nets.
Thomas against Beasley. Thomas. He's got 34. Nets are down by 2. 2 minutes to play. Thomas, one-on-one with Portis. The move. The run Sharp is in the game. P.J. Tucker for L.A. acquired in the Harden deal. Thomas, 6 to shoot. Jab and jumper. Sharp releases from that screen, and now it's Thomas who wants to dance with Washington. Thomas, the jumper. He's got it. Footer from Norfolk, Virginia. Thomas. He brings Williams to the outside. Thomas, the blow by. Record is 120 points through 3 quarters against San Antonio in 2020. Thomas puts it up and in. At least 100 points through 3 quarters of play. Thomas lost it for a moment. Cam Thomas. He's like
Brooklyn by 2. Thomas.
Oh. There's Thomas guarded by Harrison Barnes. Thomas getting downhill. A tough shot is out front. By the way, if you haven't heard Denzel Jordan for 5 rebounds. Here's Thomas. A couple of games absence with that orbital fracture in the mask. Cam Thomas become a basket.
Once Kyrie was traded a year ago, remember Cam Thomas went on that scoring binge? He's an interesting guy as he launched. Cam Thomas gets loony. At the head of that zone, takes it in.
And he's just come back with a beautiful spirit and a real competitive edge. Love this kid's resilience.
As we switch it back again. Will help.
Cam Thomas with 16 in the game against Stewart to step back.
And the 3 and the foul.
No middle. And Thomas. Thomas works on Strus. Again, looks to penetrate down the alley. Thomas chased by Allen all the way out around the perimeter. Thomas going to work, gets inside. Opening minutes, 4th quarter. Thompson now picks up Thomas on the switch. Cam pulls up. Smith deals off to Thomas. Thomas looks to work in on LeVert. He'll pivot.
Thomas driving on Christie. And another.
Ever. That's a long time.
He's been spectacular. Thomas is coming up next. Great early game between Denver and Boston. Do the Celtics finally lose on their home floor? Cam Thomas
Approach the halfway point, 4th quarter. Alexander Walker comes up to guard Thomas. And
your feet is what you can't do, Richard. If you're referring to Jason Tatum's technical,
you've never been able to kick the backboard.
So if they find a couple more pieces, which I expect them to, there you go. And that concludes our what did you do on your off day?
The zigzag by Thomas. He draws the big foul. Thomas, pull up. Defended by Doncic. Thomas makes his move. Gets on marks, likes. Allen to Claxton to Clowney.
Dribbles it back out. Thomas attacking. And a few different directions, right? The rebuild, and then when Durant showed up, they had to
Thomas. And now it's Thomas with the clock winding down. Battling with Conley. Nets are worse. Thomas.
Cam Thomas, good golly, what's he gonna do? Shoot it. Cam Thomas going one-on-one with Richards in front of him.
On 32 field goals tonight. That's a lot. Goodness, just getting to the end of the third quarter. My goodness. It's critical. But you don't want to go just nowhere being patient. Always one eye on taking the ball. Something blew that one clear over the rim. They have the wind behind him.
You know what he wants to do. First half. Shepard against Thomas.
Giving New Orleans some breathing room once again.
And Thomas shifting.
Those assist numbers, those are major. 19 assists on 29 made shots right now.
Two 30-point scorers going at each other. Cam Thomas on a shake and bake move.
But he said his attitude has not waned. He has still been as professional as ever. Thomas, the shake and bake. I like to make sure that the people are getting what they pay for. You know? Thomas. Now 5 to work with for Thomas. The hesitation. Thomas off 2. They've got 6 of their final 9 games, including tonight here at Barclays Center. Thomas taken away by Russell. 12 to shoot. Thomas forcing his way inside. He has that look in his eye again. Sidestep 3. Thomas.
To do that, you do a better job at the three-point line, but you can score more points that way. But again,
with a big spin step in, McConnell nearly came away with a steal. Thomas is going to throw it up there. And Thomas, jab, jumper.
11-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Thomas on Boeheim, spins, fades.
Number 9, we're used to this guy being it, Cam Thomas, but not the case so far. Thomas, the rainbow, magic would fall into the play. And the Sixers would be the 6 seed again. Stay tuned for post-game live. Amy Mark in the